getting high every day. If you go to, I went to Springy to have lunch with a friend. So we were discussing, and we saw two men. They walked in. The other one sat down. You know what they were discussing? The money their friend promised them. Who promised you? Maybe somebody else promising. So they were discussing, say, assuming you can pick your own. I've been calling him. Assuming you can pick your own. You know, if you see the eagerness to get that little favor from that friend, say, if you give us now, we'll just share and let us go back. They are not from here. It's like they came from the neighboring community. I don't know. So when they left, I was telling my guys, can you imagine? If you can see that this money is not up to 200,000, 100,000. They needed to do what? To eat first. Somebody was telling me, say, we are not talking about savings now or investment. We are talking about to just feed ourselves, feed our children. Let me tell you, many schools, many families will hold school fees in this coming September.
They will, because they arbitrarily increased school fees.
They have increased school fees.
They have.
The price of school uniform, the price of books and all of that. But we cannot match with the reality of what we are earning.
Exactly.
So what we are spending is higher than what we are earning. So federal government should look inward. If they are paying one civil servant 150,000 or 200,000
as minimum wage.
As a minimum wage. In America, the lowest pay is $20 per hour for people who are 80 something. Yeah, per hour, $20. Now, if you are earning, for instance, $40 per hour, if you multiply that $40, you are getting close to our 70,000 minimum wage.
Yeah,
that is to say, yes, what they are earning there in 2 hours, we are earning it in a month. So how can we cope? So federal government should do the needful and increase the minimum wage for our citizens, especially those in the front line.
Okay, lastly, I will ensure I am not rigged out again in 2027 polls. This is coming from none other than
Peter Obi.
Mr. Peter Obi.
Yes, I think Peter Obi is beginning to improve in his political activities.
Or do you think he's in talks? Because
no.
What strategy? And I also think that the way he's giving out his strategy, is that how it's supposed to be?
In politics, there's what we call things you give to the public and things you hold for yourself. There is always a secret.
A reservoir.
Yeah, reservoir where you can hide some secrets to not allow the opposition to use it against you. But we have seen in 2023 how Peter Obi waved and met so many persons to occupy offices in the National Assembly, the states.
At the end of the day, they're all defective. Did you see what happened in Abia State?
Yes. So now,
did you see?
Yes. So now many of them are regretting that wave. I was with the candidate of NDC in one side bar a week ago. So the young man was analyzing how he's supposed to purchase a Labour Party ticket last election, but because of friends, don't go, don't try it, that they lost that opportunity. Then the young man who bought that ticket was with us that period to that election in here to speak about. I was here to speak about my political party, the PDP. Then he was here to speak about the Labour Party. Onome coordinated that program that day.
Okay.
Do you know that young man won? But because there is no capacity to secure his vote, yes, it was manipulated in the favor of the ruling party. So we are talking about, there are a lot of mechanisms. I know Peter Obi are visiting with the Western world. They're beginning to learn some of the techniques they use in monitoring their vote. Because you cannot remain, you want to see what is happening in Asaba and you are in Agbo. It will not be possible. So you have to come to Asaba, know what they are doing, and take it back to Agbo. So you now breathe in a fresh air into the activities of Agbo. I think what he's saying is that they have learned more, because I see that he's visiting so many countries, see how they do their things. Yes, so it is important for us to want every citizen to secure their vote. Because like what Lawan said, that I quote, the former secretary to the government of the Federation, that the 2027 election have been written already. They are just waiting for...
Really?
Yes, they are just
waiting for... election results?
Yeah, election results. That what they do, that they even El-Rufai is aware of what they do in 2023. What they did in 2023. that what they do is they just write the result and wait for the normal ceremony, go and vote. The people will not say that I was there, but I could not vote. There is no.
But if that
and all
is
of
the
that.
case,
So-
the movement that we're seeing, especially from the ruling party, shouldn't be seeing it because the kind of strategies they're coming up with, creating and as it is, it seems that Nigeria is even a
Moving
one
to
party,
one party.
a one party
those are
country.
those are the tactics. Let me tell you.
So if we have a one party, so what's the?
Let me tell you one of the
position for?
tactics they use in bringing election. Everybody must come to my side.
Yeah.
The leaders,
Yes.
even if the followers are not with me.
You as a
if-
leader,
yeah,
you'd
so
want your follower.
if I probably make my followers, for instance,
Hmm.
did not vote for me, you that is a leader that is with me, I cannot use your followers to ring for my favor.
That is what is.
So people will not think as the governor in Delta State is with the president, but the citizen in Delta State may decide to do otherwise because the governor have one vote, the citizen have one vote. So if, for instance, the governor is with the ruling party and the citizen decide to vote against the ruling party, when you go to court, they will look at it technically that the governor is here. The governor have the influence to cover
Right.
the whole state. So
Right.
it's a way of also ringing election. So
Well, we
Well-
can't say for sure. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
The primaries, or rather, the campaigns are starting in August.
Yeah, in August.
That's for presidential.
August 19 for presidential
Yes,
national
and
assembly.
then the other one will start
September.
in September,
Yes.
and the election will come up in January and February,
February, yes.
respectively. All right, thank you so much. I must appreciate you for your
You are
great
welcome.
analysis,
You are
comrade, Doctor in View,
Yeah.
Victor Ucheka,
Thank you.
publisher, Pathway Newspaper. Thank you.
Thank
We'll take a quick break right now. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.